Hello friends, welcome back to the Maths online classes for KCET 2021. See, today we are going to learn the very important and also an interesting topic of first year, that is complex numbers and quadratic equations. In previous class, we have discussed the full concept of complex numbers and quadratic equations and some of the examples where we'll use the formulas to solve the problems. That also we have discussed. See, this is the class about the problems how we need to solve of the complex numbers and quadratic equations. See, I prefer you to watch the first part of the complex numbers rather than the second part. Okay, this is the second part. Why? Because to solve these type of problems, the concept will be there in that part 1. If you already watched that, let us start the class now. The first question is, the complex number 1 plus 2i by 1 minus I lies in which quadrant? Okay. To consider this as in which quadrant, first of all we need to convert this into proper complex number form, which is x plus iy form. Okay. See, whenever we have I in denominator, we need to do rationalize. See, 1 plus 2i by 1 minus I is there. We need to rationalize with this conjugate. Conjugate means here 1 plus I by 1 plus I. It will become 1 plus 2i into 1 plus I. So whenever we multiply two complex numbers, I have given a formula yesterday like a plus ib into c plus id. For this formula is ac minus bd plus I into AD plus BC. Okay, that formula is AC minus BD, 1 into 1, 1 minus BD, 2 into 1, which is 2, plus I into AD plus BC, 1 into 1, 1 plus BC, 2 into 1, 2, divided by, this is 1 minus I into 1 plus I. Whenever we multiply complex number and conjugate number, we will get mod z square. Nothing but 1 square plus 1 square. Mod z square is nothing but x square plus y square if the complex number is x plus iy. Here x square plus y square means 1 square plus 1 square, which is equal to 1 minus 2 is minus 1 plus 3i divided by 1 square 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. This one we can write it as minus 1 by 2 plus I into 3 by 2. If we consider this as x plus iy, x we got negative, y we got positive. From this we can identify it is in which quadrant. X negative, okay, this is x dash, and y positive, okay, that means it is in Q2. Very simple, these type of questions. First of all, you convert the given complex number into x plus iy form. In that, based on x and y, where it is positive and negative, negative, positive, positive, we can identify. So as it is in quadrant, second quadrant. Okay. Next problem is, if z is a complex number such that z is equal to minus z bar. Here this z bar is nothing but conjugate. Then what about z? I will consider let z is equal to x plus iy. Then what about z bar? Nothing but conjugate x minus iy. Now by using this given condition, what is that? Z is equal to minus z bar. Now what is z? X plus iy is equal to minus z bar, means minus of x minus iy, which results x plus iy is equal to minus x plus iy. See, iy cancel, x you bring it here, 2x equal to 0, that means x equal to 0. See, in this complex number, if x equal to 0, that means what? It is purely imaginary. Okay, very simple. In x plus iy form, as it is a complex number, if x equal to 0, okay, if x equal to 0, then we will consider as purely imaginary. If y equal to 0, okay, if y equal to 0, we will consider as purely real. If x equal to 0 and y equal to 0, then z is equal to 0. These are the three common points you need to remember. Okay. Next question. The modulus and amplitude of 1 plus 2i by 1 minus I minus 1 whole square are root 2 n pi by 6, 1 n 0, 1 n pi by 3, 1 n pi by 4. We need to find in order modulus and also amplitude. Before solving, I will tell what is modulus and what is amplitude. If z is equal to x plus iy, modulus we will consider as mod of z, which is nothing but square root of x square plus y square. That we will consider as modulus. Then amplitude. Amplitude is nothing but theta, which is equal to tan inverse of y by x. Now these two we need to find. Now what is the given complex number is 1 plus 2i by 1 minus I minus 1 whole square. But that is not in this proper form. So we need to simplify this first of all. So 1 plus 2i divided by 1 minus, this is a minus b whole square form, which is a square plus b square minus 2i, which is 1 plus 2i divided by, what is I square value? Minus 1. Okay. Minus of minus plus 1. This is minus 1, minus into minus plus 2i. Plus 1 minus 1 cancel. 1 plus 2i by 1 plus 2i. Both are cancelled. We got 1. That 1 we can write as 1 plus 0 into I. Now we observe. So here we got z is equal to 1 plus 0i. Then what is modulus? Square root of 1 square plus 0 square, which is equal to 1. Now we observe which options we have. B, C, D. Again we need to find amplitude. But out of all the options, if this is root 2, 1, root 3 and root 2 like that, if 1 is there for only one option, then that you need to tick. But here we have 3 options as modulus as 1. So again you need to find that amplitude. Amplitude means theta is equal to tan inverse of y by x. Here what is y? Y is 0. Here the y is 0 and x is 1. Okay. Tan inverse of 0 by 1, which is equal to tan inverse of 0. Can we consider 0? No, we should not. See, let us check first of all which that is in which quadrant. 1 plus 0. That means x is positive and y is also here. This is positive only. That means it is in first quadrant. 1 plus 0i. That means the angle is 0. 1 plus 0 is nothing but here. Here it will be there. So angle is 0. Theta equal to 0. That means modulus 1, amplitude 0. Option B. Like this you need to find. And again, based on this value only, the angle will be angle we need to take. As I said, here theta k means here theta only. If it is in second quadrant, according to this we need to do pi minus theta. If it is in third quadrant, means theta minus pi. If it is in fourth quadrant, means we need to consider the negative theta, what we will get here. Okay, like that we need to find. Next, fourth one. The amplitude of sine pi by 5 plus I into 1 minus cos pi by 5. You know amplitude? Amplitude means theta we need to find. See, here you may consider that here pi by 5 is there, here pi by 5 is there, directly we can write it as pi by 5. No. So this is not in proper form. First we need to convert. Why? Because here the angle varies. Here sin pi by 5 is there, here 1 minus cos pi by 5. Okay. So to find this, first we will convert this into complex form, that is x plus iy is equal to sin pi by 5 plus I into 1 minus cos pi by 5. That means x equal to sin pi by 5, y is equal to 1 minus cos pi by 5. See, here I am writing you to understood, but in examination no need to write like that. In mind only you can consider this is x, this is y. Then what is theta? Theta means tan inverse of y by x, nothing but tan inverse of y. What is y? 1 minus cos pi by 5 divided by sin pi by 5. Now we need to simplify these two. 1 minus cos pi by 5. See, we have formulas, trigonometric formulas. 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 sine square theta by 2. Okay, that means it will become 2 sine square theta. Theta is nothing but pi by 5 by 2, nothing but pi by 10 divided by sine pi by 5, nothing but sine theta we can write as 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2, half angles formula. That means sine pi by 5 we can write 2 sine pi by 5 into cos pi by 5. 2 and 2 cancel, 1 sine and square cancel. See, this is pi by 10. Why? Because theta by 2. Pi by 5 by 2 is pi by 10. Now here what we have got is finally tan inverse of sine pi by 10 divided by cos pi by 10. We know that sine by cos is nothing but tan. Then tan inverse and tan will get cancelled. So our required amplitude nothing but the angle here is pi by 10. So watch it carefully. Amplitude is nothing but the theta only. Amplitude, we will call it as amplitude, and the range you need to identify, that is the theta should be greater than minus pi but less than or equal to pi. In that range only it should be there. It should not exceed less than that minus pi and greater than that pi. It should be in this range only. Then only we will consider as amplitude. Okay, for that formula is theta equal to tan inverse of y by x, where y and x we will consider from this x plus I waveform. If it is not in proper form, if it is in proper form, not proper form like this, you need to convert into this form. Otherwise, if it is directly in that form, means directly we can consider y by x as these values and simplify. Whatever you will get that angle based on the quadrant, that is the amplitude. Next question. If x plus iy is equal to minus 1 plus I root 3 whole to the power of 2010, then x is, see, this is one logic question. If x plus iy is equal to minus 1 plus I root 3 power 2010, then what is the value of x? Okay, see, if you observe clearly, see, in yesterday's class we have discussed cube roots of unity. Those are 1, omega and omega square. Omega is nothing but minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2. Omega square means minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. If you observe, this is in that form like minus 1 plus I root 3. Okay, for that what I am doing is x plus iy minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 into 2 I will do. Okay, nothing but multiply and divided by 2 for that. Then this will be converted into, observe, this will be converted into omega. So we can write it as omega into nothing but 2 omega to the power of 2010, which is nothing but x plus iy. Right, in the place of this we can write as omega. So this is x plus iy is equal to, this is 2 power 2010 and omega power 2010. Now how to simplify this omega power 2010? If it is iota values, we need to divide with 4. If it is omega values, we need to divide with 3. 2010. So 3 6 are 18, 2 1 0, nothing but 6 70s. This is 210. Here remainder is 0. If remainder is 0, that value is equal to 1. Okay, nothing but it is completely divided by 3, so that value is equal to 1. That means x plus iy equal to 2 power 2010 into 1, which is equal to x plus iy is equal to 2 power 2010. Check the options. It is option B. Okay, see, whenever you have in this form like minus 1 plus I root 3 or minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2, you need to convert into either omega or omega square based on this value. To convert into omega, you need to multiply and divide it with 2, right? And then it will be converted into omega. After that we need to do simplification. Okay, as this one we can write it as 2 power 2010 plus 0 into I. So this will be the x value. If they asked what about y value is 0. Okay, next, if 2x is equal to minus 1 plus root 3 into I, then the value of this one also, if you observe, this we can convert in terms of omega. What is that omega? Minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2. So here they are given in terms of 2x. Then what is x will become? X will become minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2, which is truly omega. That means in the wherever x is there, in the place of x we can substitute omega. Now we need to substitute this. Okay, this will become 1 minus omega square plus omega power 6 minus 1 minus omega plus omega square whole to the power of 6. Here no need to confuse. See how to apply power 6, here how to apply power 6. But we have a property that 1 plus omega square equal to 0. Now by using this equation we will find this. So here 1 plus omega is there. That means 1 plus omega equal to minus omega square. That we will use here. See, 1 plus omega means minus omega square. Minus omega square is minus 2 omega square whole to the power of 6 minus, here 1 minus omega is there. So we will consider 1 plus omega square. So 1 plus omega square, which is equal to minus omega. So minus omega minus 2 omega whole to the power of 6. Now we can simplify easily. So this one we can write it as minus 2 power 6 into omega square whole to the power of 6 minus, see here, minus 2 whole to the power of 6 we can take common, nothing but, see here, and again this is omega power 6. So it will become minus 2 power 6 minus 2 power 6. Okay, I will take common. Minus 2 power 6, if I take common, it will become omega square whole to the power of 6. See, that I will write it as omega cube whole to the power of 4. Okay, omega cube whole to the power of 4. Nothing but 2 6 12, and again 3 4s 12 only. So, and again this will be minus omega power 6, I will write it as omega cube whole square, right? Then this will become minus 2 power 6, omega cube value 1. Okay, omega cube value is equal to 1. So this is 1 minus, again this is also 1, which is equal to 0. So answer is 0. See, whenever they given in terms of 1 minus x square or x like that, no need to confuse the like how to simplify this. By using this value like that, we know it as omega, or sometimes minus omega will come or omega square will get. Based on that only we need to use x value. We should not simplify normally. Okay, this is one of the very important model. Okay, next question. So question number 7, that is, if z is equal to root 3 plus I whole cube 3i plus 4 whole square divided by 8 plus 6i whole square, then modulus of z is equal to. See here they are given a complex number, nothing but z. We need to find modulus of z. We know that if z is equal to x plus iy, then what is modulus of z? That is square root of x square plus y square. When we will apply this? If it is in proper form of x plus iy. But here if you observe, this is not in terms of x plus iy. This is also x plus iy form. This is also x plus iy form. This is also x plus iy form. Then how to solve these type of problems is, see, we have two properties for modulus of complex numbers, that is mod z1 z2. We can also write as mod z1 mod z2. And again mod z1 by modulus of z1 by z2 is mod z1 by mod z2. We can distribute like this. So similarly here I will apply mod on both sides. So this mod will become, okay, I will apply to each and every complex number. It will be mod of root 3 plus I whole cube mod of 3i plus 4 whole square divided by mod of 8 plus 6i whole square. See, next, see, you know, mod means square root of x square plus y square. So square root of root 3 whole square is 3 plus 1 whole cube, and again square root of 3 square 9 plus 16 whole square. Okay, and then next square root of 8 square, which is 64 plus 36 whole square. This we need to simplify. So 3 plus 1 we know 4, root 4 is 2, 2 cube is 8, and then 9 plus 16, which is 25, but square root cancel, it will be 25, and then here also square and root cancel. 64 plus 36 is 100. So here 25 ones, 25 fours, 4 ones, 4 twos, which is equal to 2. That means modulus of Z is equal to 2. So like this we need to apply whenever we are going to find modulus. Remember these two properties, Z1 into Z2. If you apply mod on both sides, we can write it as mod Z1 into mod Z2 separately. Again Z1 by Z2 is there, means mod Z1 by mod Z2 we can write. Okay, these type of problems instead of simplifying. Why? Because to find modulus, if we convert into x plus I form, it will take a lot of time. Why? Because whole cube is there, whole square, and again whole square we need to simplify and convert into this. So instead of that, separately apply modulus to this and also this. Like this we can minimize our time. Okay, next question number 8. If 1 plus I, okay, 1 plus I by 1 minus I whole to the power of 96, which is equal to A plus IB, then order pair of A comma B, nothing but convert this one into A plus IB form, or in that order pair A comma B values we need to find. So first of all we need to simplify this, that is 1 minus I by 1 plus I. As whenever we have I in denominator, we need to eliminate by using multiplying with conjugate number, nothing but 1 minus I by 1 minus I. Here 1 minus I into 1 minus I, nothing but 1 minus I whole square divided by 1 plus I into 1 minus I, nothing but 1 square plus 1 square. Here 1 minus I whole square expand 1 square plus I square minus 2I divided by 1 plus 1, 2. So I square value minus 1 and plus 1, these two will be cancelled. Minus 2I by 2, which is equal to minus I. That minus I, how we can write? We can write as 0 minus I. So this is what? Z. Sorry, here we got minus I. Okay, Z is equal to minus I we got. But here what we have? Power 96 we have. So 1 minus I by 1 plus I to the power 96. Okay, this one we got, which is I, right? So this one we will write as minus I power 96. So minus first I will bring outside, it will become minus 1 power 96 into I power 96. Okay, minus 1 power 96. My negative power even number is positive only. Okay, next I power 96. How to find I? How to simplify I power 96? We need to divide with 4. Okay, 4 2s 8, and then 1 6, 4 4s 16. So the remainder is 0. If the remainder is 0, that means it is 1. Okay, this is also 1, this is also 1, which is equal to 1. Okay, so we got only 1. So value of this is equal to 1, but this is equal to what? A plus IB. According to this, 1 minus I by 1 plus I whole to the power of 96 is equal to A plus IB, but we got equal to 1. That means A value 1, B value 0. That means in terms of order pair, A comma B means 1 comma 0. Okay, here option B. Students, did you remember after dividing with 4, if it is 0, remainder 0 means what we need to consider, 1 means what we need to consider. So I will tell. See, when we are finding iota values, okay, nothing but integral powers we will call. Okay, integral powers of iota. When we get remainder 1, that means the value is I. If we get remainder 2, that means that value is I square, nothing but minus 1. If the remainder is 3, nothing but I cube, that value is minus I. If we get 0, that means I power 4, nothing but equal to 1. Okay, remember this. Then we can simplify these iota values. So here the option is 1 comma 0. See student, these type of problems are also very important. Keep an eye on that. Next question. A plus B omega plus C omega square divided by C plus A omega plus B omega square. This is by completely using that cube roots of omega only we need to simplify. Okay, otherwise by considering A value, B value, C value we cannot find. But if you observe that numerator and denominator, say I will write that as it is numerator, A plus B omega plus C omega square divided by, Here in numerator we have a, but here a omega we have. So that's why what I am doing is I am taking omega common from these three. If I take omega common, a omega will become a plus b omega will be omega square will become b omega, write it or not, and c will become c by omega. Understood? Next, this one I will write it as a plus b omega plus c omega square divided by c into a plus b omega plus, for the c omega, for the c by omega I am multiplying with omega square by omega square, then it will become, see I am considering only denominator, a plus b omega plus c omega square by omega cube. As we know that omega cube is equal to 1, so this one we can write it as a plus b omega plus c omega square, that I am substituting here. Okay, so a plus b omega plus c omega square divided by omega will be there. Here also a plus b omega plus c omega square. These two will be cancelled. Here we will get 1 by omega. Okay, this total will be cancelled, 1 by omega, but that 1 by omega is not there in option. So again we need to simplify. 1 by omega we can write as omega square by into omega square. It will become omega square by omega into omega square is omega cube, that value is equal to 1. So option is omega square. So these type of problems, instead of to simplify this, we need to take that common. So here omega, so that denominator also will be converted into numerator. So those two will be cancelled. After that we need to simplify. And remember these properties of cube roots of unity. Okay. Next question. Question number 10. See, before going into that, once again I am telling what are square roots of unity, cube roots of unity, like that. See, for example, if x square is equal to 1, then we will call it as square roots of unity. Square roots of unity, that roots are minus 1 and 1. Okay, as you know that x square equal to 1 means either minus 1 or 1 in the place of x. If x cube equal to 1, then cube roots of unity will consider as 1 omega and omega square. These values are, this is 1 only, and this is minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2, and this value is minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. For example, if it is x power 4 equal to 1, then we will consider as fourth roots of unity. So those values are minus 1, 1, 1 and minus 1. Remember, it will be useful further. Next, when it comes to question number 10, if alpha comma beta are the complex cube roots of the unity, then we need to simplify this. What they are telling, alpha and beta are complex cube roots of unity. We know that cube roots of unity are what? Cube roots of unity are 1 omega and omega square. Those values are 1 minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2, and again minus 1 plus I root minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. So these are the three cube roots, but out of those three cube roots, this is an real number, right? But these two are complex numbers. These two are complex numbers. So here what they given, alpha comma beta are the complex cube roots. That means we need to consider alpha equal to omega and beta is equal to omega square. Simple. Now we need to substitute in this given equation. Alpha power 100. What is alpha power 100? Omega power 100 plus beta power 100. What is beta? Omega square power 100 plus 1 by alpha power 100, nothing but omega power 100 into omega square power 100. Now we need to simplify this. Okay, students. Now omega power 100. So those we need to simplify by dividing with 3. Okay, 333 is 99. The remainder is 1. If the remainder is 1, then that value is equal to And now next, omega square power 100 is there. Omega square power 100 we can write as omega power 200 plus 1 by omega power 100. Here only we have simplified, that is equal to 1. And here omega square power 100 is nothing but omega power 200. So now we need to simplify omega power 200. Again you divide with 3. So it will become 3 6 are 18 2 and again 3 6 are 18 2. The remainder is 2. Remainder 2 means it will be omega. Now plus this is 1 by, again this is 1 by omega. So 1 plus omega plus 1 by omega, again we have simplified in previous problem. We can write as omega square by omega cube, nothing but multiply and divided with omega square. As we know that omega cube is equal to 1, it will become 1 plus omega square, which is equal to 0. If omega comma omega square are 3 cube roots of unity, then 1 minus omega plus omega square. We need to simplify this, as we have simplified the previous question, like in the place of x we have substitute omega, like that. Now here 1 minus omega plus omega square, that means 1 plus omega square equal to 0. According to that, 1 plus omega square equal to minus omega. That means minus omega minus 2 omega into 1 plus omega is there. So 1 plus omega equal to minus omega square. Then this will become minus omega square minus 2 omega square. Now this one we can write as minus 2 into minus 2 is 4. Omega into omega square is omega cube. We know the value of omega cube, that is equal to 1. So answer will be 4. I think now we are understanding how to simplify those when we having cube roots of unity. Okay. Next, coming into question number 12. If alpha is a complex number such that alpha square minus alpha plus 1 equal to 0, then what about alpha power 20, 11? This is an important model. This question they asked in IIT JEE mains. They ask alpha square minus alpha plus 1 equal to 0. See, if we simplify this, first of all we can find alpha value, then that alpha power 2011 we need to find. Not only like 2011, any value we can find. So that means first we need to find the value of alpha. But instead of finding, we can remember, see, if x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0 is there. Remember guys, if x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0, if you simplify this equation by using minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, then we will get roots are x equal to minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 and minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. Okay, these two will get, you can check. Now we know that this is equal to omega, this is equal to omega square. These are the two roots we will get when if we simplify this. Similarly, if you simplify x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0 by using this formula, quadratic roots formula, you will get x values as minus of minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 or minus of minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. Nothing but you will get minus omega or minus omega square. So you need to remember these two values. If it is in the form of x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0, the roots are minus omega or minus omega square. Now if it is in the form of x square plus x plus 1, then the roots are omega comma omega square. Now the given question is in this form, so we can consider alpha as minus omega or minus omega square. Now here alpha I will consider as minus omega. Here what they asked the question is alpha power 2011 we need to find. So alpha power 2011, as I consider alpha as minus omega, you can consider this also. Alpha power 2011 I will consider as minus omega power 2011. Minus omega power 2011 we can write it as minus 1 power 2011 and again omega power 2011. So if you observe this, minus power odd number is minus, and omega power 2011 I will write it as omega cube whole to the power of 670 into omega. Why? Because 3 power 670 which is equal to 3001, okay, 2010. Okay, omega cube power 2670 is 2010 into omega. Okay, power 1. If you add 2011, we'll get. Now we know that omega q value is equal to 1. 1 power anything, this is 1. So minus omega. So alpha power 2011 we got minus omega. Minus omega means what? It is equal to which is equal to alpha. Nothing but alpha power 2011 is also equal to alpha. See the procedure once again. X square minus x plus 1. Ee tara formula idre we will get the roots are minus omega and minus omega square. So in the place of alpha you can consider either this or this. Okay. Next question. The question number 30, which is, so this is like a concept based question. The complex number z is equal to 1 plus I represented by the point P in the argand plane, and OP is rotated an angle of pi by 2 in counterclockwise direction, then the resultant complex number is. See, as we know that 1 plus I, for example, it will be there here. Okay, 1 plus I. Why? Because it is in first quadrant. Now what they have done? They have rotated an angle of pi by 2 in counterclockwise. We know that clockwise means this direction, counterclockwise means this direction. Nothing but anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. If they are moving pi by 2 angle, nothing but 90 from here. So it will be converted into this. So this is 90 degrees angle. Okay. As it is converted into 90 degrees angle, then the resultant complex number is, so it is 1 plus I. If it's sent to the second quadrant, then what about this? Okay, what about this? This will be I only. Okay, this will be I only. This will become minus 1 instead of 1. So then it will become minus 1 plus I. This number will become minus 1 plus I. As given z is equal to 1 plus I. What about this? Okay, what about this? For this z, if we find conjugate number, it will become 1 minus I. For this 1 minus I, if I take minus common, it will become minus 1 plus I. Nothing but minus of conjugate number. Okay, minus of minus 1 plus I. Minus 1 plus I is the what we got. That means this is also equal to minus of conjugate number. So minus z bar. Okay, according to that angle, to which quadrant it will be converted, based on that you will get the values positive or negative. Next question. If z is equal to 1 plus 7i by 2 minus I whole square, then they are asking about either modulus of z is equal to 2r, 1 by 2r, angle pi by 4 or minus 3 by 4. So first we need to convert it into x plus I form. It will be z is equal to, first we will simplify this denominator. 1 plus 7i by 2 minus I whole square means 4 plus I square minus 2 to the 4i. Okay, 1 plus 7i divided by I square value minus 1. Okay, 4 minus 1, this is 3 minus 4i. Now as we are having I in denominator, we need to do rationalize 3 plus 4i divided by 3 plus 4i. Okay, now for this we will apply product of two complex number formula, that is AC minus BD. 1 into 3 minus B into D, 7 4s 28 plus I into AD plus BC. 1 into 4, 4 plus 7 3s 21 divided by A minus B into A plus IB. A square plus B square. 3 square 9 plus 16, which is equal to 25. Then 3 minus 28 is minus 25 plus I into 4 plus 21 is 25 divided by 25. If you simplify, you will get minus 25 by 25 is minus 1 plus I. So this is what? Z. If this is Z, we know that what is modulus of Z? Modulus of Z is equal to square root of x square plus y square, square root of 1 square, 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2, root 2. So option is modulus of Z is equal to, root 2 they did not given. Okay, so option A wrong, option B wrong. Now we need to think about amplitudes. Okay, now how to find amplitude? We know formula theta equal to tan inverse of y by x. So tan inverse of y by x, 1 by minus 1 is minus 1. Okay, tan inverse of minus pi by 4. Okay, now we know that this is in which form? Minus 1 plus I. So x value negative, y value positive. That means it is in Q2. Q2 means how we need to take, okay, Q2 means how we need to take that. What we'll get? Theta, pi minus theta we need to take. So here we got pi by 4. So pi minus pi by 4, which is equal to 3 pi by 4. Okay. So according to that, okay, here we got minus pi na. Here the option given wrong, that is actually it is 3 pi by 4. Why? Because as it is in second quadrant, we need to do pi minus theta. Okay, pi minus pi by 4, we will get 3 pi by 4. Okay, this is how we need to do. First of all, you find the modulus and also amplitude theta. Based on that, you need to take that options. Next, the last question of this session, question number 15. If alpha comma beta are roots of x square minus ax plus b square equal to 0, then alpha square plus beta square is equal to, as they are telling, these two are the roots of this equation. As we know that if ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, we know the roots like sum of the roots and product of the roots. Okay, sum of the roots, like as alpha comma beta are roots, sum of the roots nothing but alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. Product of roots alpha into beta is equal to c by a. You need to remember this. This is a basic concept. Sum of the roots is minus b by a, product of the roots is c by a. Now based on this, we need to find alpha square plus beta square according to this equation, not by using this equation. This is general method. Now we need to compare this with this equation. What is the given equation? X square minus ax plus b square equal to 0. That means here what is a value? Okay, what is a value? A value is equal to 1. Okay, a is equal to 1. What is b value? B value is equal to minus a. What is c value? C value is equal to b square. Remember this. Based on that, we need to find the values. Then what is alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a according to our general equation. But according to this given equation, what is minus b by a? Minus of what is b value? Minus a divided by a. What is a value? 1, which is equal to a. That means sum of the roots is a, product of the roots is equal to c by a. But what is c? B square by what is a? 1, which is equal to b square. So sum of the roots and product of the roots we got. But we need to find alpha square plus beta square. We don't know alpha and beta, but we need to find alpha square plus beta square. By using one trick, we can find, that is alpha plus beta whole square is equal to, we know that alpha square plus beta square plus 2 alpha beta. Now we need alpha square plus beta square. Then that will be equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. We know alpha plus beta, nothing but sum of the roots. What is that? A. So it will become a square minus 2 into what is alpha beta? Alpha beta is b square. So alpha square plus beta square, the value is a square minus 2b square. Let us find. That is option A. Practice these problems once again. All the best for everyone. Thank you. Have a nice day.